Hello, Los Angeles Dodgers fans. We've got fresh, exclusive videos and the latest updates just for you. Before we dive in, make sure to join our channel and hit that like button. This is the best way to stay on top of all the breaking news. The Los Angeles Dodgers find themselves at a crossroads, and all signs point to a development that fans have been dreading but perhaps saw coming. The tension around the clubhouse is almost palpable, and whispers have turned into a steady hum following the latest, quiet but telling move. Noah Davis, a name familiar to those who track the Dodgers roster closely, now has a locker again inside the Dodgers home clubhouse. That seemingly small detail, first observed by the Los Angeles Times' Jack Harris, has triggered a wave of speculation. Speculation that points in one unmistakable direction. An all-star might be heading to the injured list. Under normal circumstances, Davis's sudden reappearance wouldn't raise too many eyebrows. However, considering that Davis had recently been optioned to AAA, the rules state he cannot simply be recalled unless a player lands on the injured list. It's a basic procedural quirk, but one that now feels heavy with implication. No official announcement has been made, not yet, but the growing sense of inevitability hangs in the air. Tyler Glasnow, the towering all-star right-hander who arrived with so much hope and expectation, seems poised to be the one who will vacate his spot, at least temporarily, due to injury. Those who watched Glasnow's most recent outing could tell something was off. The tall righty took the mound on Sunday, but lasted only a single inning before being forced to leave. Not because of a visible dramatic injury, but something almost worse in its ambiguity, shoulder discomfort. It wasn't during the heat of battle, either. It surfaced quietly as he warmed up for the second inning. Before he could even throw another pitch, something didn't feel right, and just like that, he was gone. It was a grim echo of what had already happened just days earlier. In his previous start, Glasnow was pulled prematurely as well, after just 4 innings. That time, it was leg cramps that betrayed him, forcing an end to what was otherwise a solid performance. 2 straight starts. 2 abrupt exits. And now, a player in Davis who has no clear pathway back to the team unless someone else steps aside due to injury. All the clues are aligning with chilling precision. And if that weren't enough to stir unease, Glasnow himself did little to temper fears when he addressed the media. Speaking with a mixture of frustration and helplessness, the all-star pitcher laid bare the mental toll this recurring health battle has taken. His words were raw, unfiltered, and painfully human. "I'm just obsessed with trying to figure out what's going on," he confessed. You could hear the weight behind his voice, the exhaustion not just of body, but of spirit. "It's been like this for a few years, and I'm trying to find a way to stay healthy, and I'll try to do whatever. I just don't really have an answer right now, and I think that's the most frustrating thing. It's not like a lack of trying. It's just kind of getting exhausting at this point. I know it's probably exhausting for a lot of people, for me especially, but I feel bad for my teammates. I feel bad for people watching. It's a very frustrating situation for me. It's hard." There was something especially heartbreaking about hearing those words from Glasnow, a pitcher whose career has been defined as much by flashes of brilliance as by relentless battles with injury. Just last season, he had been sidelined with elbow tendinitis, missing critical games in August, and, most devastatingly, the Dodgers' playoff run in October. Those scars were still fresh, and now here he was again, confronting the same brutal reality. In a perfect world, this would have been the season where Glasnow stayed healthy, where he helped anchor a rotation that had sky-high aspirations. His talent, his potential to dominate, has never been in doubt. It's his ability to stay on the field, inning after inning, start after start, that has been the elusive goal. Now, the Dodgers and their fans are once again holding their breath, wondering just how long they might be without one of their most electrifying arms. Manager Dave Roberts, always careful with his words, couldn't hide the concern when he spoke following Sunday's game. Though he stopped short of making any formal announcement, his comments hinted heavily at what everyone was beginning to suspect. "We have to get him to a place that we feel, and he feels that when he takes the mound," Roberts said, "he can go out there and be the guy that he's capable of being. Until we get to that point, I think that the injured list is certainly a conversation. Those final words, certainly a conversation, left little room for misinterpretation. When a manager as diplomatic as Roberts leans that far into transparency, it usually means a decision has already been made behind closed doors, or at least is very close. And so, the pieces continue to fall into place. Noah Davis has a locker again. Glasnow's body continues to betray him at the worst possible times. The Dodgers' carefully laid plans for the season now seem to hang precariously in the balance. One more arm down. One more superstar facing the cruel reality that talent alone is never enough in a game where the body sometimes just says no. There remains, of course, a glimmer of hope. Perhaps further evaluation will reveal that Glasnow's shoulder discomfort is minor, something a few days of rest could heal. Perhaps the IL stint, if it comes, will be the minimal 15-day variety, more precaution than a true setback. That is the hope everyone inside Dodger Stadium is clinging to tonight. But in the pit of every fan's stomach, there is that gnawing sense that this is not just a bump in the road. That this might be the start of another long, arduous journey for Tyler Glasnow, one he has traveled too many times before, one that he had hoped, more than anything, to avoid this year. For now, the Dodgers wait, the fans wait, and Tyler Glasnow waits, trying to solve a puzzle that remains stubbornly, painfully unsolved. And somewhere just beyond the closed clubhouse doors, Noah Davis waits too, ready to step in. Because in baseball, the show must go on, no matter how heavy the heart. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. When we talk about Major League Baseball and the emotional roller coaster that players go through, it's easy to forget that behind every trade, every free agent signing, and every fresh start in a new city, there's a human story. Today, we dive into a story that is as much about reflection and regret as it is about the sport itself. Gavin Lux, once one of the brightest young talents in the Dodgers organization, has opened up in a raw and emotional way, admitting that he regrets leaving Los Angeles. Now, let's be real here. Gavin Lux wasn't just another player in the Dodgers system. He was a symbol of the team's future. Drafted in the first round back in 2016, Lux was touted as a future star, a player with the kind of talent you build a franchise around. The Dodgers had big plans for him. He came up through the system with all the expectations in the world, and for a while, it really seemed like he was going to live up to all of them. There were flashes of brilliance, moments where he looked like the next great infielder in the league. His athleticism, his smooth glove work, his potential to hit for both average and power, it was all there. And playing for a team like the Dodgers, under the bright lights of Los Angeles, with legends like Clayton Kershaw and Mookie Betts by his side, it felt like the perfect stage for Lux to become a superstar. But as we all know, life in Major League Baseball rarely follows a straight line. Lux's journey was derailed by injuries, inconsistencies, and the simple fact that the Dodgers, year in and year out, were stacked with talent. It's not easy to break through when every position is filled with an all-star or a future Hall of Famer. And so, when the opportunity came to find a fresh start somewhere else, Gavin Lux took it. He made the decision to leave the only professional home he had ever known, believing that a new team, a new city, and a new environment would finally give him the chance to be the everyday player he always dreamed of becoming. Fast forward to now, and Gavin Lux has made it clear. He misses Los Angeles. He misses the Dodgers. And if he could turn back the clock, he probably would have never left. In a recent interview, Lux spoke with a level of honesty that we don't always get from athletes. He didn't sugarcoat it. He didn't offer up some PR-polished soundbite. He just said it. Leaving the Dodgers was a mistake. He thought the grass would be greener, but instead, he found out just how special things were back in LA. Lux talked about the culture in Los Angeles, how the Dodgers organization operates at a different level. The professionalism, the attention to detail, the camaraderie in the clubhouse. He said it wasn't just about the winning, although obviously the Dodgers won a lot. It was about the way players were treated, the way the coaching staff worked with them, the way veterans took younger players under their wings. In hindsight, Lux realized that he had something really rare in Los Angeles, and he let it go. He also spoke about the pressure he felt after leaving. When you come up with the Dodgers, you're surrounded by stars. You're one piece of a massive machine. But when you go to a team that's rebuilding or struggling, suddenly you're expected to be the guy. All the expectations fall on your shoulders. Lux admitted that he wasn't ready for that. He thought he was. He wanted to be. But it was a different kind of pressure, and it wore him down. In Los Angeles, even if you had a bad week, there were 10 other guys ready to pick you up. In his new home, a bad week from Lux meant the team suffered. It's a lonely feeling, and it made him appreciate the support system he had with the Dodgers so much more. There's also the matter of the city itself. Lux admitted he misses the energy of Los Angeles. The fans, the atmosphere at Dodger Stadium, the weather, the vibe of being part of something bigger. He said there's nothing like walking out of that dugout and hearing 50,000 people roar. He misses the late nights in Chavez Ravine, the adrenaline of October baseball, the sense that every game, every at-bat mattered. Listening to Lux talk, you can hear the emotion in his voice. It's not bitterness. It's not anger. It's sadness. It's regret. It's the realization that sometimes you don't know what you have until it's gone. And for Lux, that realization has hit hard. Now, does this mean Gavin Lux's career is over? Absolutely not. He's still young. He's still talented. There's still time for him to find his second wind, whether it's with his current team or somewhere else down the line. Baseball is full of players who found new life after early struggles. But it does mean that for Lux, Los Angeles will always represent a kind of what-if, a dream that slipped through his fingers. The reaction from Dodgers fans has been mixed. Some feel for him. They remember the excitement when he first got called up, the way he sprinted out onto the field, full of energy and promise. They wanted him to succeed. They still do. Others are a little harsher, pointing out that you don't walk away from a winning culture like the Dodgers unless you're absolutely sure, and that Lux made his choice. Inside the Dodgers organization, there's a sense of sympathy too. People understand why Lux left. They know how hard it is to break through in a team that's built to win now, every single year. And they know that Lux wasn't just some guy passing through. He was one of their own. Seeing him struggle elsewhere is bittersweet. There's also the question of whether Lux could ever come back. Baseball is funny that way. Players leave. Circumstances change. Bridges that seem burned today can be rebuilt tomorrow. Lux coming back to the Dodgers someday isn't out of the question. Stranger things have happened. And wouldn't that be something? A redemption story, a homecoming, a chance for Lux to finish what he started in Dodger Blue. For now, though, Gavin Lux is living with the reality of his decision. He's trying to make the best of it. He's working hard. He's trying to find that spark again. But there's no denying the pain in his voice when he talks about the Dodgers. No matter where he goes, no matter how his career unfolds, a part of him will always belong to Los Angeles. In the end, this story isn't just about Gavin Lux. It's about every player who's ever wondered if the grass is greener on the other side. It's about every young star who thought they needed a fresh start, only to realize they already had everything they needed. It's a reminder that sometimes the best place to be is exactly where you are. And maybe, just maybe, it's a reminder for all of us, fans, players, teams, that baseball is more than just a business. It's about belonging. It's about community. It's about those moments and memories that stay with you long after the final out. Gavin Lux's journey is still being written. But no matter where it leads, Los Angeles will always be a part of his story. And maybe, just maybe, his story with the Dodgers isn't over yet. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.